Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from the world. This is Learn English Live with me, Anpu, and today we're going to be going through 25 common phrases. So this was actually highly requested on my channel. You guys were asking for sentence practice, phrase practice, and an opportunity for kind of like a repeat after me session where I say these words out loud, say these phrases out loud, and for you guys to have a chance to copy it, imitate it, and learn about the unique features of the British accent. So without further ado, let's get straight into the first phrase. Now, if you haven't already, this free worksheet is actually available online, available to download for free on my website, which is www.conquerbritishenglish.co.uk, and it's in the live stream section. It's a free PDF, and you're able to download it, and I've actually designed a fun quiz for you at the end as well to test your knowledge on British phrases. So, just to say hello to those of you who joined. Hi Naz, hi Divyansh, good to see you guys. All right. Let's listen to the first phrase. So these are 25 common phrases. You'll definitely hear these in the UK. Some of these are easy, some of these, I guess, are slightly harder. And I promise you will definitely be using these if you do ever visit the UK or just generally in your day-to-day life. So it's good to practice common phrases instead of practicing kind of like obscure phrases. Obscure means uncommon. So, number one, what's the time? What's the time? What's the time? What is the time? What is the time? Now there's a contraction here. So what is short for what is the time. But no one really says, what is the time? They just say, what's the time? Do you have the time? Or you can say, do you have the time? Do you have the time? So you can look at your watch and say, do you have the time? Or what's the time? Good to see you, Zankavi. Right, number two. Have you managed to top up yet? Have you managed to top up yet? Now, what do you think this means? Have you managed to top up yet? Top up what? Right, this could mean a lot of things. So in the UK, we often have to top up our transport card. So in London, we use the Oyster card, so you have to top up your Oyster card. Maybe you need to top up another card, and maybe you need to top up a prepaid debit card or something like that. So topping up a card, i.e. putting on money onto a card, right? And so that's a question that can be asked if you live in London. Have you topped up yet? Have you managed to top up yet? Have you managed to top up your card yet? Have you managed to top up your card yet? Have you managed to top up your card yet? The next one is, have you had dinner? Have you had dinner? Have you had dinner? So if you want to say this quickly, it would be, have you had dinner? Have you had dinner? This next one's really common, number 4. What do you think? So if you're asking for someone's opinion on something that you've done, maybe you've drawn something, maybe you've written something, maybe you presented in a business meeting, and maybe you might ask your manager, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? That's an interesting one there, isn't it? The interaction between the D and the T there. So what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? The next one is I don't understand. I don't understand. I hear this one being pronounced as I don't understand. Don't. In the British accent, it'll be I don't. 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 I don't understand. I don't understand. The next one is, I tell you what, I don't think I'm going to use the repeat slide. I'm just going to hold this up, only because you can kind of see the spelling of the word there. The next one is, how do you spell that? How do you spell that? So I'm using a glottal stop T at the end of that. I'm not saying that, I'm saying that. That's just my natural way of saying it. But you will hear people in the UK saying that and pronouncing the T there at the end in received pronunciation. So, how do you spell that? How do you spell that? The next one is, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? So if you're asking for a point of clarification and you don't understand, you can say, what does that mean? What does that mean? Or if there's a word that someone's used, then you can say, what does that word mean? What does that word mean? The next one is, what do you do? 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 So I'm going to say that really quickly. It'll be, so what do you do? So what do you do? And this is an example of a question where when you're meeting someone for the first time and you want to ask them what their job is, then you can say, what do you do? So, what do you do? Somebody asks a really good question. What time do we use appreciate in a sentence? So, for example, you could say, I really appreciate that, thank you. I really appreciate that, thank you. So if you appreciate something, that means you really value it. You value the time and effort that someone has taken to do something for you. So you could also say, oh, I appreciate you cooking for me, thank you. I appreciate you cooking for me, thank you. The next one is, do you have Facebook? Do you have Facebook? Do you have Facebook? Do you have Facebook? So if you want to say that quickly, you would say, do you have Facebook? Do you have Facebook? This one isn't Facebook. It's not book, it's book. Book. Facebook. So practice number 9. Now, for some reason, I'm really compelled to pronounce number 10 in a really London, multicultural London English way. So I would say, if I if I wanted to sound kind of informal, so what time's our meeting? And this is the thing, that sounds really London, doesn't it? That's not received pronunciation. If in received pronunciation, this one would be, what time is our meeting? What time is our meeting compared to what time's our meeting? What time's our meeting? What time's our meeting? What time's our meeting? So I'm saying meeting. So I'm dropping the T, but I'm also dropping the G as well. So I'm saying meeting. What time's our meeting? But then in received pronunciation, it would be, what time is our meeting? What time is our meeting? So practice number 10. Number 11. Shall we grab a drink? Maybe you've just finished work and you want to ask a colleague to go for a drink at a bar. So you would say, shall we grab a drink? Shall we grab a drink? Shall we grab a drink? Alright guys, let's do the next one. This one's a really common one actually, and really useful. When's the train coming? So again, if I wanted to say this in my London accent, I would say, when's the train coming? When's the train coming? When's the train coming? When's the train coming? But in received pronunciation, it would be, when is the train coming? When is the train arriving? Yeah, that sounds better. When is the train arriving? When is the train arriving? Compared to, when's the train coming? When's the train coming? The next one is the bus delayed? Is the bus delayed? Delay, not delay, id, delayed, it'll be delayed, delayed, a. So practice that, a, 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 delayed, delayed. Is the bus delayed? Who's that? Number 14 is, who's that? Who's that? But I would say, who's that? Who's that? As in, I would drop the T and I'll say, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? If you really want to make that sound extreme, you would say, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that over there? Who's that? Who's that? I would genuinely say, I would say, who's that? Who is that? Actually, I'm dropping the T there. Who is that? In received pronunciation, it would be, who is that? Who is that? There's another really interesting question. What's the difference between shall we grab a drink or should we grab a drink? Should we grab a drink sounds like more of a direct question, like you're genuinely asking, should we grab a drink? Should we grab a drink? As in, yes or no? Maybe, I'm not really that, I'm not sure at the moment. But if you say, shall we grab a drink? It kind of gives off the impression that you've already made your decision. Shall we grab a drink? As in, you want to go, but you're just asking the other person, shall we go? Right? So I feel like that's that slight difference there. Hi Nelson, hi Majd, hi Naz, hello to everybody who is joining this live stream. Just want to say hello. Hi Nishi, hi Pet Charat. Good to see everybody in this live stream. Let's go on to the next page. Let's whiz through this. Now, I'm going to go through it quickly, but you can always watch this live stream back and listen and pause to how I'm saying it. So, number 15. That's a tad expensive. That's a tad expensive. So tad means a little bit. It's a little bit expensive. So if you don't want to kind of come across as a cheapskate, and if you don't want to, if something's quite expensive for you, and you don't want to buy it, but you don't want to make a big scene, I don't know, in the British environment, maybe you're going to a meal, you're going for a meal in a restaurant and your friends are ordering something, you could say, ooh, that's a tad expensive, I'm not going to order that. That's a tad expensive, I'm not going to order that. Now, maybe you're going to a sari store and you want to buy a sari. Maybe it's like £500, or maybe it's like £200, I don't know. And then you could say, oh, that's a tad expensive. Could you show me another one? That's a tad expensive. A tad expensive. Number 16 is very useful. I'm just about to go for a walk. I'm just about to send that email. I'm just about to go have a shower. I'm just about to do this live stream, right? I'm just about to Number 17, I like that one. Where's the loo? Because I use that one a lot. I don't say toilet. I don't like using the word toilet. I say loo. Where's the loo? Can you show me where the loo is, please? Loo. Where's the loo? Where's the loo? Let me know in the comment section whether you want me to go quicker, whether you want me to go slower, whether you want more time to practice. Let me know what speed you want this live stream to go at. Next one is number 18. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So you could say, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Which sounds really posh, doesn't it? Or you could say, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's shocking. So if something's shocking, you could say, oh my gosh. Now, saying oh my god is quite offensive in some cultures. So that's why we turn it to gosh. Oh my gosh. Did you get my email? Did you get my email? Not did you. Did you get my email? Did you get my email? Did you get my email? That's a very classic technique there, turning it into a J sound. So did you get my email? Did you get my email? Did you get my email? Or did you get my email? Did you get my email? Did you get my email? Email. Email. How's the day going? How's your day going? I have to get going. I have to get going. So this is a great one if you're at a party or in a social setting, or even if you're at work. You have to say, you can say, I have to get going. Sorry, I have to get going. My last train is, is in 5 minutes. I have to get going. But it's very lovely chatting to you. I have to get going. I've got to get going. So you can change that. I have to get going to I've got to get going. I've gotta get going. I've got to get going. I have to get going. Can I have a glass of water? Can I have a glass of water? Thanks for all your help. Thanks for all your help. Catch you later. Catch you later. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. Alright guys, so if there's anything else that you want me to say again, I'm more than happy to. So let me just hold up those worksheets. There we are. So feel free to pause this video if you're watching this after the live stream. Those are the words. I hope those phrases have been useful to you guys. That was 25 common phrases. As I mentioned earlier, the worksheet is available to download. There's a quiz, there's a fun quiz activity on my website related to this lesson. So please go ahead and answer that quiz and see what your score was. The answers are also on this PDF document. So if you want to have a go and test your British English skills, then feel free to go ahead and download that PDF for free. Just making sure that I haven't missed out any important questions related to this live stream. Okay, Motorola asks a good question. What does it mean to check out? So you can check out of a conversation. You can check out at the tills in a shop. Checking out basically means finishing, checking out. Sanfi asks, what happens if your bank card gets expired? I'm not sure how that relates to British English, but if your bank card expires, then you have to get a new card and call up your bank, and hopefully they'll be sending you a new card soon. Nelson says, can we make sentences? Of course. Feel free to create your own sentences, create your own phrases, and feel free to comment in the live stream, but also feel free to message me as well. And feel free to comment in this comment section below. Nishi asks, can you run through all 25? Absolutely. Oh, that's upside down. Right, let's go through all 25. What's the time? Have you managed to top up yet? Have you had dinner? What do you think? I don't understand. How do you spell that? What does that mean? What do you do? Do you have Facebook? What time's our meeting? Shall we grab a drink? When's the train coming? Is the bus delayed? Who's that? And then we've got the remaining ones here. That's a tad expensive. I'm just about to... Where's the loo? Oh my gosh. Did you get my email? How's your day going? I have to get going. Can I have a glass of water? Thanks for your help. Catch you later. Sleep tight. Right guys, I hope that lesson has been useful. That brings us up to the half-an-hour lesson for today. Motorola says checked out from the hotel. Absolutely, so you finished staying at your hotel. So that's another way that you can finish doing something. Alright guys, I really enjoyed that. And well, that's Wednesday, isn't it? So that's our lessons concluded for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this week's lesson. As always, I'll be planning next week's lesson, so feel free to Instagram DM me and email me, because I do listen to your suggestions. Got a question coming through. Limey asks, which one is correct? That's a tad expensive, or that's tad expensive? No, you have to add the A before tad. So that's a tad expensive. Or you could say, you know, if you're doing a question at school, and you could say that's a tad difficult for me. That's a tad difficult. All right, guys. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'll be planning next week's videos, so feel free to interact with me, send me ideas, and I always want to make the lessons as useful for you guys. And, oh, Simon Cowell, yeah. I would love to do Simon Cowell's accent, actually, yeah. So you can watch out for that. Yeah, I've been really enjoying that. I've recently hit, well, going to hit 50,000 subscribers, so there's going to be a special video that I'm going to be releasing this week as well, so watch out for that. I'm really excited. It's like a big thank you video. So yeah, watch out for that. Sankvi asks, do you have Instagram? Yes, I do. I've got 2 Instagrams. One is @Conquer British English, which is my page dedicated to learning British English. I've also got Anpu London, which is my artistic Instagram page. I've really enjoyed that, guys. I'll see you on Monday. Oh, actually, well, I'll see you in the next video, because that's going to be published later this week. Take care, and see you next time.